G'day fellas, and welcome to a casted game. Spawning in on the north side of the map, playing as the blue French player, we have got Puppy Paw. On the opposite side of the map, playing as the Abbasid dynasty, we have got Vortex. Both players looking to open up with a double scout opening, not something that you typically see out of the Abbasid dynasty. But over on the other side, you can see Puppy Paw going to be doing the same thing. This map, of course, is Lipany. Lipany, a map that is known for its plethora of berry spawns. I don't know if plethora is probably the right word. I'll just go with its excessive berry spawns. Let's say that a little bit better. So you've got berry spawns absolutely everywhere. It also has some little hills. So these hills, I mean, we often talk about, you know, the concept of open maps and closed maps. And many people do consider this to be an open map, but I'll be honest with you, I really don't. I'll show you why. Let's say that you're Puppy Paw and you want a wall, or you're Vortex and you want a wall. So because his looks a lot more closed. How does Vortex wall this? Easily. He walls to here. He walls to here. He walls to here, and then he walls to the wall, and that's it. And now it's closed off. He spent what, 100 wood, like 40 villager seconds, and it's walled off. Maybe not 40, maybe like 100 villager seconds. So, but it's all walled off. That's that side, and then over towards this side, you've got you chuck a wall in here, and you've got yourself an absolutely beautiful natural concave that prevents any sort of transgressions. And then, of course, you can just do a nice big wall out to that side, and that's it. And so it's very, very easy to wall off on this map. Obviously, it's still open with regard to the center of the map. Often you do find a large stealth forest spawning in the middle, which is what we've got here. But still, we see Puppy Paw with double forest spawning at the front here. It's going to be easy for him to wall it off as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a bit more of a little bit more of a greedy game here. But obviously this is a matchup that pretty much goes back, as it's as old as time, this matchup. The French against the Abbasid dynasty, many people, you know, the Mister was somebody who theorized that the Abbasid dynasty would be a very effective counter against the French because they've got access to the camels. And the camels have got the advantage in that they provide that unease to cavalry. And as a result, it means that they're an effective counter. They're a decent counter there. And throughout time, we've seen the matchup continue to develop, and now I think it's in a pretty decent spot. I would say that it's probably French favored, though you do kind of like the Abbasid position. I feel like probably about 55 French, 45 Abbasid. But that's mainly just due to the strength of the French, who have got a lot of options in this matchup. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a second town center coming out of Vortex. Puppy Paw, I would say it's much less likely to see that second town center come out for him. But we'll have to see how he looks to play it. As the age up does come down, the School of Cavalry going to be the choice for him here. Back towards the base of Vortex, we can see that we do have the economic win coming up for him. We'll take a look at how the spawns have been with regard to food. So we've got food up towards the north and second deer hunt. So both of these are nice and close together. It's always nice when your deer hunts are next to each other. I don't know. I just got a thing for my deer hunts being next to each other. Like when I've got a deer hunt on one side and then like a deer hunt on the other, it just grinds my gears. It just grinds my gears. But already we've got that scout harassment coming in from Puppy Paw. No surprise there. He's out here before 3 minutes harassing villagers. And this is going to draw back the scout. And this is the way that this works is very smart. Because by having him bring the scout out and attack this forces Vortex to address this. It says, hey, you have to follow me with a scout. And now he can subsequently look to fight that scout. He can look to do his own thing, and you can see he's doing his own thing over there. But by the same token, he's also receiving scouting information. He sees what his enemy is up to. But now in the middle of the map, we can see that both of the scouts here for Vortex are making their way towards the base of Puppy Paw. So he's looking to turn the attention, and I think he's going to be looking for stone. Stone's going to be the big thing here because he needs to know, what exactly is my enemy doing? Because in this matchup, French going double town center, it's a surefire way to guarantee that you've got yourself some strong mid-game power. And the question is going to be whether that happens. You can see Vortex looking to loop around now. Double scout, both with their axes out. These guys have got gears to grind. And now continues to search around the base. He spots the stone and sees that there's nobody on it. So now going to be turning his attention, looking for those villagers. We'll be looking to grind down these villagers up towards the gold mine. But Vortex reaches the second age. He's now going to be looking to get fresh foodstuffs coming in. Also, Wheelbarrow going to be coming in as well. No surprises there. And we can see that at this point in time, Puppy Paw just standing here on the gold mine waiting for Vortex to come through. villager bugging out there for a second, but now getting some decent trades in here. You can see he's going to be looking to try and commit to these units and getting some good double taps in, immediately hitting the scout as soon as it comes back, and now going to be forced to retreat. We've got a little bit of scout-on-scout action, but you can definitely see Vortex having the advantage in that first fight. Definitely looked a little bit stronger, but still, he appreciates that he might not have the APM to devote to that fight right now, that there might be a knight on the way, and so as a result, he falls back. A very wise decision. But remember, behind this, Puppy Paw has no scouting information. So this is the difference. When you are the one attacking your enemy's villages and their scouts, that you've got control. But now that knight going to be looking to come back, and we can see Vortex heading back to the base. He's trying his best to shadow it, going through the stealth forest. I suspect if he gets out over on this angle, he should be able to spot it. Indeed he does. He spots it very briefly. It looks like he changed his direction just a tad. I'm not sure if he's going to, but we don't see a second town center taken just yet for Vortex. Does have the barracks out, so he's going to be looking to get out a couple of spearmen, but is moving villagers over. Knight going to be coming in now. If he's not paying attention, he will lose a villager. Charge going to be coming in. Hits the first villager. Second shot might come in. Doesn't look like it's going to be able to. Spearman going to be able to make its way out towards this berry patch and protect these villagers a little bit longer. He's got plenty of sheep underneath the town center. Would be an option for him. Scout still spotting out that there's nobody on the stone at this point. That's what it's checking for. Checking to see whether a second town center is being added yet, whether it's safe for him to add his own second town center. Typically, the Abbasid dynasty, you can get away with adding your own second town center without too much response that your enemy can have. But obviously, the French is one of those few civs that you don't want to mess with. If you add a second town center, you know, you've got to have an appropriate timing for it. But now we can see Professional Scout's going to be coming out for Puppy Paw here. So looking to deny some of that food away from his Abbasid opponent. He's got 5 scouts out here so far, so not a bad little effort. Now going to be picking up all the carcasses, and at the same time, Knight going to be heading in on the woodline. We saw that low health villager. He's looking to pick off one, and indeed, he's not going to be able to find it, but now spots out the single villager that was remaining on that woodline. But indeed, the Knight gets out. And at the same time, scouts are doing a great job of just picking up that food and just securing the lead here for Puppy Paw. So honestly, just watching Puppy Paw go professional scouts, it makes me want to go professional scouts. It's so fun going professional scouts. I love professional scouts. It really is good. It's like your food income is guaranteed. You can keep it all underneath like a single mill. Oh man, it's a feels good moment. But now Knight got to be careful not to go down here. It's down to 2 health. The scout with its dagger out, going to be looking to try and clap some cheeks, and it looks like it's making its way around the corner, trying its hardest. I don't think Chivalry's in just yet. He's got to be careful not to lose this, and now a horseman going to be coming out. That will definitely seal the deal. Indeed. Good night, sweet prince. The prince says good night, and with that, Puppy Paw says, well, I lost a knight there, and Vortex says, well, you lost a knight. I'm going to be taking a second town center. And now Vortex, he's in a happy spot. He's managed to deny that very first knight that's come in. He's also looked to establish himself, and now he's going to be able to come through with a decent massive military. Obviously, his enemy is also going professional scout, so it's not like he is investing in nothing. You know, typically when it comes to this game, like, this is part of the reason why I love China, because they've got so many different ways that they can invest in their economy. You know, at a very raw level, it's through those upgrades. You know, wheelbarrow, double broadaxe. But then at a second level, it's like, well, I could do professional scouts. At a third level, I could add a second town center. At a fourth level, I could add a Song dynasty. There's so many different ways. And don't mention the imperial officials. Like, there's just so many different ways that you can amplify your economy, and that's what attracts me to them. And we can see that that Puppy Paw here going to be amplifying his economy with those professional scouts, continuing to bring them in underneath the town center, and now going to be moving out onto the map with more units. Not going to be scouting though, just going to be using knights in great control here, bringing in the rest of these hunts. But yeah, he's got 3 knights out at the moment. Gets caught in the middle here by a scout at the same time. Another villager on the woodline might go down here. He's got to be careful. In fact, I said another villager. I don't think he's lost a villager all game. Vortex has been very, very methodical with his control. He's done great. And Vortex now, he's completely exhausted the berries here, able to turn his attention out towards this southern front. But now we see the walls coming in. This is something that we talked about a little bit earlier in the game. Got to be careful. That Royal Knight's twirling its lance, ready to take out anything that stands in its way. But villagers got to be careful, especially. But on the front side, Knight going to be coming through. Looks like the other knight was let through. Yeah, the knight for Puppy Paw was let through. But this wall going to continue coming up. So he's able to wall up this whole side. And it just makes sense to be doing this, because it allows you to grab control of this berry patch. You've now got control of this gold mine. You've got a very safe backside here. You don't have to worry about it. But up towards the north side, we've got a bit of a raid coming in. Vortex going to be picking off the first villager of the game. You can see all of the hunt underneath that town center. Puppy Paw going to be trying his best to pick up the remaining hunt that's out on the map. We can see that there's 2 that are over here and 7 still out on that one. So he's moving with quite a few of those scouts. Continuing to push through, but Puppy Paw now looking for those units. We see the blacksmith has come down for Puppy Paw, and he's very happily on one town center. We'll take a look at the villager counts now. So 37 villagers for Puppy Paw, 33 for Vortex, but that second town center is coming up for him. Vortex is saving up a lot of food right now. He is definitely, he was a hungry guy. He is not hungry anymore. He's got plenty of food. He's got food for days right there. That is a lot of food. I'm not sure exactly what's gone wrong with Vortex's macro. Maybe he just... that's a lot of food. I'm impressed. I'm impressed that you're able to keep your head in the game and still have that much food in your pocket. That's a lot. And now dropping archery ranges, probably the smart choice here. Could be going into camel archers. Would make a lot of sense. Do not go for the normal archers. These guys are way too wood heavy for a guy. And now actually just going to be dropping down a second lumber camp here. So does he sense that there's a little bit of danger coming? He doesn't sense that there's danger coming. He just looks to reposition himself down here. So he had the option of adding in a second lumber camp over on this side, but instead just decides to add it down here so it's a little bit safer. He's able to come in from this angle and stop that wall from being eaten away. I've never seen that before. That's very smart, though. I gotta say, I do like that adaptation. But now, up towards the north, Vortex gotta be careful as he runs head first into a spearman. Plenty of archers on that backside as well. Gotta be looking to repel these units up towards the north side. And now, these players are somewhat locked in a bit of a gridlock. When we talk about the late game for these civs, because it definitely seems like we are positioning ourselves for a bit of a late game showdown here. For whatever reason, the open maps seem to go for so long. This is something I guess, I don't know, it's a bit, how did you guys get through? How did you guys get through? Excuse me? How did you guys did they come around the back way? They must have come around the back way. Unless there's a hole somewhere. There's sometimes holes that are in walls, even though you build them all the way. And it can be very, very frustrating. But it looks like, I think Vortex has realized he may have come through the backside. So he's just going to be looking to try and quick wall these down as quickly as possible. These ones, it looks like, I don't think he's going to be able to get through. Yeah, it doesn't have enough villagers down there quick enough. But yeah, as this game moves on, as it gets later into the game, remember, there is a trade post down here, which means that a market can go down here and we can have some very effective trades for our Abbasid player. They do have access to the trade wing, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Vortex pull it out in that post-Imperial stage, if that's something that the game looks to go to. Typically, this matchup, it's more of like a mid-game matchup, that sort of thing, like the showdown is happening. But we'll have a look and see how the push is coming now, because Puppy Paw is looking to turn his attention towards the base of his opponent, Vortex, now. And we do see a second town center coming down for Puppy Paw, so there it is. So he's looking to keep up with that second town center of his opponent. As soon as he spotted that second town center came down. An outpost now going to be coming up as well. And you can see just how smart it was for him to move down onto this second spot for the lumber camp. It just makes so much sense. He's done a great job with it. That's going to mean that all of his villagers are safer down towards this position. You can see with the town center there. Otherwise, the archers would have been able just to stand right here and would have been able to fire down onto this position where the villagers were trying to chop through. But now he's got a nice little safe spot. Probably going to need to add in another lumber camp right here. That's probably going to be a decent spot for him. But now looking to transition, you can see that Vortex has managed to spend a fair bit of his resources. We'll have a look towards Puppy Paw because he doesn't have any age up in sight. In fact, he's thinking about playing a very heavy age 2, it seems, as he adds in more archery ranges here. No age ups in sight at this point, but looking to try and put the pressure on. We see an outpost going to be coming up just to provide that line of sight, a nice little defensive standpoint. And now a bit of an overchop here, I think, has come through. So just going to be walling that up. Nice little spot there from Vortex. But now Puppy Paw looking to continue turning on the heat, turning up the heat rather, putting on the pressure. I don't know what. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, you can raid me all you like. I'm just gonna wall both sides of my base, and so now you're quite literally stuck. You can wall him off here, and you can have yourself some pets. Look, are they on patrol? I think they're on patrol. Back up towards Puppy Paw's base. He's slowly but steadily getting in the remaining hunt. We can see there's 2 down here, 2 over on this side, and now going to be heading out to the remnants of this hunt. There's 4 out here that remain for him. A bit of a push now towards that front side. So Puppy Paw has done a great job at just securing his position on this map, securing his economy, his food sources. He's not going to need to worry about his farm transition for a long time, just with the deer underneath the town center. He's also got, obviously, berries, which he's always going to be able to expand to. And a scout's going to be looking over for Vortex and seeing what his opponent is up to. Spots the second town center. Now, what is the response that comes out from Vortex? Do we see a third town center come out from him? That is always going to be an option for him, but it looks like it's going to be a Castle Age that is going to be coming up instead. Culture Wing going to be the name of the game here. Still, we can see... What do we got here? What do we got here? We got ourselves... Are these... Oh, no. He told the villagers to chop here, and they've come down. They're like, yeah, this is effective. This is efficient. I'll do this. That works. Vortex's base is looking very cramped, though, isn't it? Like, when I look at Vortex's base, I'm like, ugh, get me out of here. Like, this doesn't feel good right now. Those knights finally managed to make their way out, but they are looming. He's got access to that gold mine on the backside, so he's not going to be able to stand there. Not going to be able to do too much, but ideally Vortex wants to avoid fighting at this point in time. Ideally, he wants to wait for his upgrades, and we can see the age up is coming through. I don't think Puppy Paw scouted that out just yet. The Royal Knights don't have a whole lot of line of sight on them. But Puppy Paw could be thinking about going for his own age 2 or age 3. But just as I say that, we see that Wheelbarrow coming through at 15 minutes. Double Broadaxe also coming through. This to me is like a big trigger. It's like, hey, he is going to go very, very ham right now. Like, he is going to be spamming out units nonstop. He's sitting on 140 population in feudal. This is a massive feudal fight that is about to break out, and he's got to be careful not to take it, because these archers, once these archers get upgraded, once these are veteran, these guys are going to be very effective even against the Royal Knights. And now those archers from Vortex pushing out a little bit preemptively, he's got to be careful. I'm almost a little bit scared for him. We'll see how Puppy Paw looks to turn up the heat, though. Knights getting in on that backside. The overchop is real. It comes through. And now that age up about to drop down, we're going to see a whole bunch of upgrades come through at the same time. You're going to see preservation of knowledge come through. Most importantly, hopefully, you will see veteran spearmen come through. It is going to be veteran archers that comes through. Preservation of knowledge coming through. Phalanx coming through. Tier 2 is now active. He's also re-walled this position here. I love the way that he's walled straight into it. But going for the veteran archers, definitely a smart choice over those veteran spearmen. Obviously, the spearmen are going to be still effective against cavalry, but that extra damage that the archers get is going to help them out a huge amount. And we'll see if he gets that veteran upgrade on the spearman just yet. Indeed, he is going to be getting that one as well. It's going to take him 59 seconds before that one is up. Did I say 59? Yeah, 49. I think it's a 50-second upgrade. So that's going to be coming through. But now behind this, Puppy Paw realizes, well, I can't really fight him. I can't really do much against him. What is that? There's little red things in there. I can't do much against him when he's in castle and I'm in feudal. So I'm going to have to take my 157 population feudal, and I'm going to have to scram. But we'll take a look over at the south side as more walls keep coming up. I love the way that Vortex plays this. It's so smart. You know, he moves villagers up over onto this position. Instead of dropping down like 2 or 3 outposts, which you could do, he just walls it in. It just makes so much more sense. If you get attacked from this side, then you just come out the bottom side with a gate. If you get attacked from over here, you do the same thing. If you get attacked from this side, you bring your military over. Like, it's just so easy. It's so smart. And now Knights looking to try and find a way in. Puppy Paw reaches the castle age, looking to try and come out onto this stone outcropping, but with beautiful timing, Puppy Paw going to be finding those villagers, and now the push going to be coming to shove as the veteran spearmen continue to move out. Knights in a little bit of a difficult spot here. They're just hovering next to that wall. You can see he's obviously told them to go through to the berry bushes, but they haven't been able to do that. And now that push going to be coming out. Vortex actually looking to do a very nice timing here. You guys, I'm sure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. We are seeing mining camps going down on stone absolutely everywhere. Veteran archers now coming through. Still no +2 ranged attack just yet. He's going to be going +2 ranged armor instead. But now those knights going to be forced down towards the south. Couple of spearmen going to be able to chase them out, but an outpost going to be coming down here for Vortex, and you can see how heavily he is on stone. It is definitely going to be a keep that he's going for. Going to be looking to drop a keep on the face of Puppy Paw, but Puppy Paw also going to be getting those veteran archer upgrades. No +1s or +2s coming through for him just yet. In fact, let's take a look at the upgrades. No +2 range attack just yet for him. So a little bit of an oversight. Ideally, with a mass this big, 55 archers, you think about a +2. Going from +1 to +2 is an extra 55 damage of volley every every single volley. So if you're talking about men-at-arms, if you're talking about lancers, that is a very strong counter there. So really important. But now we've got a Mangonel actually coming down for Vortex. So maybe the Mangonel isn't dead. More raids coming through for Puppy Paw. Vortex playing it very methodically at this point. A couple spearmen sitting back here, almost lying in wait, ready to take out these knights as they come in. They managed to take out one villager. That is it. They take out the one villager. Second villager going to be coming over to finish the house. But he hasn't walled up this north side of his base. Absolutely nothing here to protect it. He almost feels a little bit vulnerable. Obviously, you know, these units, they're pretty bulky, but still, like, there's nothing in front. I feel kind of scared. In the middle of the map, we'll head into the cinematic mode as we begin to witness the fight of our lives right now. Look at these two guys going for it. Archers continuing to move up. Men-at-arms just getting taken out so quickly. Big balls of archers. The Mangonels just getting shots off on the backside. I don't think anybody really expected Mangonels to be coming out today, but here they are. They are back, ladies and gentlemen. From the dead, the Mangonels looking to try and dish out the dirt over on that other side, but you can see the archer masses for both of these players still looking very healthy, very big, very thick. Crossbows coming out as well. Units getting rallied into the army. Never a good sign. Unfortunately, you won't have them like rallied over here, but now pushing forward. Look at the Mangonel difference right here. All of a sudden, the Mangonel's actually looking like they might be decent, helping out massively. Look at the shot go down to downtown right there. Forward keep now going to get put up as well, and this is looking very good for Vortex. All of a sudden, his timing window has been found. He's sitting on 85 villagers. Compare that to Puppy Paw, who's on 98, but he's still pushing, and he's pushing hard right now as the second, the first keep is going to be coming up, and there could be a second keep that gets dropped in. Indeed, there is. Puppy Paw going to be going for his own counter keep, which is definitely a smart move for him. He's got all the resources in the bank to do it. We'll check in on the guild hall. Guild hall with 300 food in it at the moment. He's trying to get it up. You can see the Mangonel moving forward. Archer's going to be trying to tee off towards those villagers, picking them off slowly one by one. 96 villagers. Mangonel shot down towards the backside of the villagers. Oh my lord, they got it. They're so fortunate there wasn't a second Mango shot there. That could have been very dangerous. Villagers managed to, the majority of them make it out alive. But now Vortex is looking very good. He's now going to be dropping down in the middle of the map. Double Siege Workshop. And you guys know what's coming out after this. It is going to be trebuchets. Of course it's going to be trebuchets, because they can make units. They can make springles. They can make Mangonels with their infantry. So of course it's going to be trebuchets, but no gold coming out at the moment for Vortex. He's sitting on 0 gold. Neither player yet to go for any relics. Actually, I say that. I remember seeing a monastery somewhere. There's the monastery. So we do have relics being gone for by Puppy Paw. He's also looking to make a bit of an Arbilatria switch as well, which is interesting. He's sitting on 100 villagers at the moment compared to 89 of Vortex. So still quite even at this point in time. Though you do feel like the military mass is definitely in the favor of Vortex. Population, yeah, military mass is definitely in the favor of him. And Vortex also picking up relics as well. So that's going to be his first relic, I think. I don't even see the monastery. There it is. It's a mosque. So first relic coming back in for him. Where are the rest of the relics? There's another relic out over here, another relic over on the left side, and a relic behind the base here. So Vortex should at the very least get 2, maybe even a 3rd if he's lucky, but I do suspect there might... He's already picked up that one, Puppy Paw has. But now going to be looking to capture this sacred site as well. Is he? Wait. What is this sacred site doing? It's just... Oh, okay, that's interesting. That's an interesting mechanic. So... The monk, or the imam, sorry, walked over this sacred site, triggered it, and then because units are still standing on it, it maintains its existing its research status, I guess you'd call it. Like, you know, it takes time. Treb's now working down on that keep. You can see just a handful of villagers going to be out here. Ideally, you're going to want to get to 4 trebuchets. That's going to be your key number to be able to break through that. 5 trebuchets is obviously going to kill things very quickly. But the problem is any more... Like, this villager is the perfect amount of villagers you want repairing up your keep. Because the way that repairing works, I didn't realize this. It does not work the way you would think it does, that each villager adds a specific amount of repair. That is not the case. There are mitigating returns on repair, and as a result, you know, each villager, every second it repairs, is using up the same amount of wood. And the question is not as to how much wood is being used up, but rather how much healing is being done. And the answer is that this is the perfect amount of villagers to heal up a keep. Now, nice little raid coming in. Vortex failing to wall off completely. It's going to cost him dearly as those villagers not only go idle, but a few of them do die. Spearman coming back. You can see how quick he is to react here with this. Still yet to get that +2 melee upgrade. And we've now got our 3rd trebuchet out to join the mass. 4th trebuchet going to be coming out shortly as well. You can see he's very, very close now to maximum population. One of the mistakes I always make is I don't leave space for my siege. I will mass out like my army, and then my enemy will have a keep, and I'll be like, oh, well, how do I deal with this? I'm 200. I guess I just chill. And it's like, no, like you need to be able to have space for trebuchets. And you can see this one here has got no space, quite literally. But he's going to move them. He's going to move it forward now. It's bugging out. Trebuchets are just terrible. Their pathfinding is not the best. Let's just put it that way. But now Vortex going to be looking to clean up that position. Puppy Paw on the other side. He's sitting on 184 population, so he's not doing too badly. Looks like a villager was going to be coming out here. Going to get cleaned up very quickly. Scouts out on the map as well. Knights running around the backside. Villagers up towards the north side. I'm not sure what these guys are up to. He's heading out towards the keep. Smart move. Save this gold for the late game. Second gold down towards this side. He could look to try and put a keep on that as well. But the main issue he's going to have, obviously, there's a lot of trebuchets. He's going to try and pull villagers out here. It's too little too late, and there's too many keeps here. Even if he kept that up, it would have been very hard. He's going to continue pushing forward now, but the siege mass from his opponent is significant. Vortex looking very healthy, very good. 200 population at the moment. Compare that over to his opponent. Still yet to hit that max. But now, the villagers on the front side, got to be careful here. A lot of units. Arbaletier coming out here, and Vortex now looking to do some nice little dodges. Springle's coming out, going to be able to take out the Mangonels of his opponent. So not too bad. The main issue that he's going to have is just these trebuchets continuing to pound down, to ground and pound. Ground and pound, to pound to the ground, oh my lord, of his opponent. So Puppy Paw definitely going to be sitting on the back seat here. And now Vortex moving forward, actually looking to take the berries away from his opponent. The ultimate Chad move right here. The ultimate in Chad technology. More units now going to be coming out as well for Puppy Paw. He's going to be trying, he's dropping an outpost down defensively here, but you can definitely feel he's on the back foot, and there's no real way he can push into this. This is what makes it so difficult to deal with when your enemy's got a combination like this that you're going up against. He's managing to take the rest of the map, but the issue is that, you know, he's working towards the base, and he's going to continue to take out infrastructure. Infrastructure, you're going to have to try and replace it. We can see an Imperial Age is coming through, or at least trying to come through here for Puppy Paw. He's going to be trying to contest this, but you know, even if he was to go, I think his only option here, you have to go for the College of Artillery and then look to try and get out some culverin on the front side. That's going to be a great way for you to effectively contest these Springalds, because these Springalds, once they start getting out in very high numbers like this, it's not effective for you to be taking them out with your own Springalds. But now Puppy Paw continuing to lose more units. Sacred Side up towards the north, going to get neutralized here as well. You can see Puppy Paw actually went for it, so he's going to neutralize that. Arbaletier going to be moving out. Going to be looking to try and dish out some damage here. As they continue moving forward, we'll enter into the cinematic mode as Puppy Paw looks like he might even be thinking about committing here. He's going to fall back once again. Mangonel shots just yet to be seen, but get taken out, and you can see the power of the Springles there for the Abbasid. Finally getting to see the Abbasid, a little bit of love for the Abbasid. And now the next keep gets put up. Trebuchet going to be refocusing, turning its attention straight towards that keep. And villagers going to be under threat here as the Springles on the backside look to try and defend them. More units continuing, bunching up underneath this keep as he continues pushing through. Do we have an Imperial Age just yet? Not yet. Not that I see. We'll take a look. Puppy Paw still yet to go Imperial. He's got 19 villagers in queue. He had about 2k food just a second ago. I'm not sure where it happened. Let's check the guild hall. Guild hall, he's taken all the food out. He's got Arbaletier, but obviously going up against the veteran archers of Vortex. Veteran archers just going to trade so much more effectively. He's got plenty of them down here as well. There's a couple of crossbowmen out as well for him. But do we have Pavis shields out? We got the Pavis shield coming out right there. Look at the Pavis shield, the French Pavis shield coming out in all of its glory. But unfortunately for the French, it looks like they're going to need more than the Pavis shield to save them as the keep gets dropped right down on the face. The trebuchets on the backside, and good game gets called. Puppy Paw taps out, and Vortex goes to 2-1 in this series. Fellas, if you're watching this on YouTube, which of course you are because it's the only place it's getting shown anywhere, make sure you check out EGC TV this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 15 GMT. Be there, be square, all that good stuff. Let's take a look at the villager count. The French player was doing pretty decent to keep up with the Abbasid player. Normally you'd expect the Abbasid player to get up there a lot quicker, but well played by him. Military count at the end, we can see the primary difference there was this big fight, and that was the swing of the Mangonel. So Mangonel looks like it's back, boys. Good to see it.